Hello everybody! So today I want to make a quick tutorial over the Wavy Stripes blanket, as you can see here. If you'd like to knit along with me, you can find this pattern on my website and in the description below. So to start off, this is my absolute favorite blanket. It's just super cozy and it's the perfect size to carry around and snuggle up with. You can carry this to the office or in the car, and it's just perfect size for traveling and snuggling up. Something also really nice about this pattern is it looks a lot more complicated than it really is. You have this really beautiful feather and fan detail. This is a simple lace pattern. It's just one shaping row and then the rest is plain stockinette stitch, but you get these really impressive results with little to no effort. So it's engaging enough that you don't get bored, but you can also absolutely do simple TV knitting after you get the hang of the pattern. And then to add a little bit more interest, we have these colorful stripes right here to just keep us a little bit engaged, and these are just simple pattern repeats. And you can see we have this waviness built into the stripes, and that's with no effort, just built into the pattern. Something also to note, we have this beautiful built-in wavy edge, and here I've added just a simple crochet border around the whole thing. And again, this is just built into the lace pattern with little to no effort. So before we start the tutorial, I want to talk a little bit about the yarn. So the yarn I made this blanket with was called the Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick, and it's a size 6 yarn. It's super bulky. What's really nice about this pattern, you can scale it up or down to get whatever size you want. But for a really nice, cozy, chunky blanket, I'm going to recommend this yarn. So stick around and I'll show you the tutorial coming up. So to get started with the feathers and fan lace pattern, we're going to need a multiple of 18 stitches plus 2. Here I already have started my little work. I have 38 stitches cast on. So that's 36 stitches, 18 times 2. And then the additional 2 stitches making it 38, and those 2 stitches are just for our neat edges for the later on crochet border of the blanket. So to get started, I just have the long tail cast on to start off. So my first row for me is technically already done when I cast on. So then I just have to purl back all the way to the end. So after knitting 2 rows of just plain stockinette stitch, we are now going to work our shaping row, which has our increases and decreases that creates our wavy feather and fan pattern. So for our edges, we're going to slip the first stitch as if to knit if we're on the knit side. Next we're going to work 3 knit 2 togethers. Just like so. Next we're going to work 6 yarn over knit 1s. So yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1. So that's 3. We have to do 3 more of those. 1, 2, 3, for a total of 6 yarn over knit 1s. Now we're going to work another 6 decreases. Some patterns say to work knit 2 togethers 6 times. For me, because I like my I guess fan shape to be a little more symmetrical, I like to work slip slip knits, 3 slip slip knits, like so. So we're decreasing towards the left side. And then I'm going to work 3 more knit 2 togethers. 1, 2, 3. So knit 2 togethers are decreases towards the right side. So these just make the fan's shape in the center look a little bit more symmetrical. If it's easier, you can just work knit 2 togethers or slip knits all the way across. So now we're going to work our increases again, those 6 yarn over knit 1s, yarn over knit 1, yarn over knit 1, yarn over knit 1, those 3, work 3 more, two, and 3. And now we have to work 3 more decreases, and because again I want this to be a little more symmetrical, I'm going to work slip knits, so 3 slip knits, 1, 2, 3, and then just knit this last stitch. So the next 3 rows, we're just going to work in plain stockinette stitch. So we're just going to purl this row all the way across. Again, making sure that we slip that first stitch as if to purl, so we get our neat edge later on. And purl 2 more. So you can already see the bottom edge of our knit is starting to bunch up where we have decreases and expand, pull upwards where we have those increases. Next row, slipping that first stitch as if to knit on the right side and then knitting all the way across. So we have to work 3 total rows of stockinette stitch. This is our second row. And we're just knitting all the way across. So our final row of stockinette stitch, our third row, slip the first stitch as if to purl and purl all the way across. And on our side you can see those neat edges starting to form, which is really handy for adding a crochet border later on. So we have 1, 2, 3 nice slip stitches here. Now slipping that first stitch as if to knit, we're going to work that shaping row again. So I'm going to do 3 decreases. In my case, 3 decreases towards the left, so 2 togethers. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to work 6 increases. So yarn over, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now our 6 decreases. So I'm going to start off with 3 slip knits. 1, 2, 3. 3 knit 2 togethers. 1, 2, and 3. Work 6 increases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now 3 more decreases, this time leaning towards the right hand side. So those are going to be slip knits. 1, 2, 3. And lastly knit 1 stitch. Just again to get that really nice slip stitch border. 1, 2, 3. 3 slip stitches here. And that is the whole pattern. We just repeat this until we have our desired length. So I'm just going to keep working 3 more stockinette rows. I'm going to work a few more pattern repeats after this. Come back in a little while when I have completed more work. So this is the finished piece after a few more rows of that pattern repeat. We can see the shaping starting to take place. We already have our nice wave that's really prominent in our work. And this is a really nice easy pattern that's great for beginners because again we only have 1 lace shaping row with those 6 increases and 6 decreases. So it's very easy to memorize. And then it's followed by those 3 rows of plain stockinette stitch that are just super easy, mindless knitting. So one caveat to this pattern is that you don't have to always do 3 rows of stockinette stitch in between your shaping row. You can do more, you can do less, and that can affect the overall waviness of your pattern. So for example, here is just a smaller knit sample. It's the exact same number of stitches, 38 stitches as our sample right here, but you can see it's much more wavy. And that's because instead of doing 3 rows of stockinette stitch in between our shaping row, I just did 1. And you can see having those decreases and increases be so much more closer together really started to shrink our pattern widthwise as that wave became more prominent. So something to note, if you do want to increase the number of stockinette rows in between your shaping, your final piece may be a little bit wider. And if we decrease the number of rows to make it more wavy, we will instead get a narrower work with a much more prominent edge, wave edge. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pattern. It's one of the first lace patterns I ever tackled when I was starting lace knitting because it's so simple, but you can see the results are very rewarding. It looks really complicated with little to no effort. Thank you for watching.